So I started off as a Tottenham Hotspurs fan.
You poor
I
human.
know. Watched David Silva run around the football field for like an hour before the game. You know, we got serious players coming out of here, coming out of Sherbrooke, coming out of, I think that music and sports are kind of one and the same. You have to show up every day, and no matter how you're feeling, you have to do the thing. Matthew managed to hit the perfect balance. I'm connected to the fans because we're all fans of music, and without them, I don't get to do that. If you want to do something, just do it, no matter what. Like, even if you have to find your parts in the garbage.
Big part of this show, and what's very exciting, is that we have none other than PY here. Now, this gentleman has been involved in our show and definitely in the Goal Initiative's ecosystem. He grew up hunting, fishing, and playing hockey. Now, why would he be on the first half? Well, I'll tell you why he'll be on the first half, because he's also a massive football guy and a huge supporter of the Goal Initiatives Foundation. He plays bass in Canada's finest rock and roll group, The Damn Truth, which I'm sure you've heard here on TSN 690 before. The Damn Truth are perpetual and vitally unstoppable rock and roll machines. I love the way that is written, and it is true. These guys have been doing it forever, and they don't ever stop, and they continuously get better and better and better. He's been part of Goal since I know this gentleman. I can't wait to talk to him. He's a solid human. He's a hot sauce. Okay, that's right. You heard me right. A hot sauce gangster, and I'll explain what that means when he comes in here, because there's something tied to him. He's also a streamer and a great individual. So we're going to have him joining us here at the first part of the show. All right, so now we have with us none other than Mr. PY, who always dresses absolutely fantastic. So for those that follow the show, you're going to be able to check out all the content later. It'll be on all the streaming platforms. It'll be on social media. But dude, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for that nice intro, Paul.
You like
so
the intro?
Generous and kind. Yeah.
No, but it's true. But listen, what I read out before is a mixed match of the bio and all this other stuff, but it is really true. You've been somebody in our world for a long time. You've actually been in the TSN 690 space for some time as well. So
That's right.
You knew you were going. You're opening the door. You're saying hi to everybody in here. It's fantastic. How have you been?
I've been really great, man. Really busy, and the creative juices are flowing. The new year started, and we hit the ground running. Yeah. A lot of music. Yep. Started playing hockey again, which feels really good to get the legs going. I really miss that in my life. Some sports. I would like to bring some footy back to my life, so I'm working on that. Need a connection, need a team. Yeah, we can. If anybody hears this, PY is looking for a pitch and a team to play on. I'm sure some guys at the VDMSL group could find you a team as well. That would be I've actually been looking into them. Yeah. This is actually a Canada tour, Quebec and Canada. We're doing Montreal, Quebec City, Moncton, and Halifax with Live, Lightning Crashes, cool. Live and Big Wreck, two awesome bands. So really huge for us, arena tour. It's going to be great. Then we're going to Europe for like 6 weeks. Then we're playing back to Europe. Yeah, back to Europe, playing a lot of Europe. And you know what's so sad? I never get days off to go catch footy matches, but I know it's coming. I'll be everywhere. This entire adventure, you can't find football? I don't believe it. We don't take days off, as a musician, you got to be a magician. So that's why I send this lady a tour. I'm sorry for everybody who's listening to the show, because now we're arguing. My point is, I want a WhatsApp when we leave this studio. Yeah. To go out saying, I need a football match somewhere in this tour, please help. What football club do you support, by the way? I want to put this on record. Okay, so I started off as a Tottenham Hotspurs fan. You poor I know. You know what? I was a Montreal Canadiens fan my whole life, so I know how to suffer. But I was a really big fan of Victor Wanyama. Yeah. I loved his play style and just midfielder. That's sick. That's my position. Yeah. But then I started working at a job where there was one of the Manchester City, the Montreal City Club. Yeah. Like one of the head guys. Yeah. I worked with him, and then eventually, I started drinking the water, And you drank the Kool-Aid? I drank the Kool-Aid, and I drove down to New York City, and I saw them play against Arsenal, and it was amazing, and I've been a fan ever since. Yankee Stadium, right? Shea Stadium. Oh, Shea Stadium, excuse me. It took me 4 hours to get out of the parking lot, but so worth it. So worth
wow.
it. Yeah,
That's how you became
I watched David Silva run around the football field for like an hour before the game.
It's not my team. This is clear.
I know.
We all know
you like the fifth place team.
Listen, I know, but you can't call out. You can't just call out where we are.
I know. We've been having a bad time too.
No, but not at the moment, right? If you were Tottenham, I would be like, I'm so sorry. I mean, our question today, dude. Our question today was, are they going to get relegated?
They might.
Could you just imagine Spurs being relegated? Like I don't think the planet could handle that. Sports. It was dad and mom that were like just implanted in you, or was it friends or at school? I mean,
definitely my parents pushed me to be active and be outside and be doing physical activity, not just when I was growing up too. There wasn't much else to do where I was from. You went hunting, fishing, and then there was hockey. And we did play soccer. We had an outdoor rink with like the wooden boards that Bobby Orr actually signed, and somebody cut it out and stole it.
Yeah, of course.
Who wouldn't?
But
anyway, we used to play in that indoor rink, which was the only place where there was grass. Not smooth at all, but still, it was what we had.
That's so cool.
And I used
because
to get
the board stayed all year round.
Yeah, and in the winter was the rink.
Yeah. No, of course.
And so in the summer, we had this nice area where, like, behind the nets, they had this fencing. So, like, when you kick the ball a little too high, it wouldn't go a million miles off into the woods or the ocean on the other side,
Wow.
So we'd get our friends together and we would play. And those are my best memories of, like, footy as a kid, because it wasn't really part of the culture,
No, of course not.
I wish it was, because it was definitely a sport that I was more naturally good at than hockey. And I got to AA in hockey, so imagine what could have happened in footy.
Have you noticed today, when you bring stuff up, and obviously the World Cup is just around the corner and all these other elements, have you noticed a change in some of the people that never would have talked about football?
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Like, I mean, all I had to go off of was the game. That's why I loved footy. It's because I played EA Sports,
right? Everybody,
FIFA. I loved it. And then you try to do that in real life. Now they have cell phones, internet, movies, shows about soccer, Ted Lasso. It's like it's seeped through everything, and people now know what's going on. Messi friggin' plays in North America. It's cool.
That's changed. That's definitely
Gareth
changed
Bale in LA. Like, how wild is that?
That was wild.
I could watch that. Like, I could see Gareth Bale here.
Was there a football match in particular that you watched or saw that completely just changed your perspective on just every way that you ingest it? Again, you grew up really, being around hockey, talking hockey, playing hockey.
Yeah.
But was there something you were either part of live or something you saw on TV or a Euro or a tournament or something where just it clicked?
Well, the match I told you about in New York, definitely for me, to see it live and to see such talent and skill. Like, it doesn't transcribe, that doesn't come through the TV screen, like how impressive what they're doing is. But when you see it live, it's like insane how far they kick the ball and receive it, like as if they're catching a feather.
Yeah.
It's insane. But I have to say, most recently was when Canada played Belgium and we tied them.
Yeah.
It's only the women's team that does well in Canada, in my mind. You know, when we didn't lose to Belgium, and my tour manager is Belgian, so
is that right? So
I was like, we didn't lose. And the fact that now we have Canadian players getting picked up over there, like they play on in the Belgian league and France, Italy, and that for me is the change right there. Like, that gives me hope that it's actually worthwhile to watch. It's not going to disappear. It's not like under the carpet like it was before. Now it's like a serious thing. We got serious players coming out of here, coming out of Sherbrooke, coming out of,
everywhere,
which is pretty freaking cool.
That is pretty cool.
So I always remember that game.
So that's a turning point.
I mean, my wife's from South America, so we
what's going to happen there?
The whole the whole show with Wayne Gretzky and everything, and Ecuador.
Ecuadorian.
Canada and Ecuador. So we got some good.
Are you gonna rock? Are you all in for Canada, or are you split down the middle, or what
I'm all in for Canada, and then if they fail, I got Ecuador as like a pretty solid backup. I gotta say, solid backup.
I would love to see what this house looks like. That's amazing. Music and sports.
Yeah,
you're the perfect person to have this conversation with. It's something we've spoken before with some of the other musicians that have come in here. How important is music to the supporter, the player, the overall energy?
I think that music and sports are kind of one and the same, like as a player or a performer or a musician, some musicians don't necessarily perform, but you still have to put in a lot of hours of work. You working, dedication and failure and practicing and working out. And then you have to put on the show. You have to show up every day, and no matter how you're feeling, you have to do the thing. So both sports and music have that. And as a fan, when you show up, you're there to see something happen, and you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, on a stage, things are chaotic. You don't know if the guitar is going to go through the amp, something might catch on fire, they might mess up, they might fall off the stage like Dave Grohl. Who knows? And same for sports, you see Chara break Pacioretty's neck or like, you know what I mean? Anything could happen. It's chaos contained,
Contained chaos.
And people are always going to love that. It'll never be replaced. Like, that is something that it can only happen organically and naturally the way that it always has. And I think it's really important. It's something that makes us human. I'm connected to the fans because we're all fans of music, and they're there to see rock and roll, and I get to perform rock and roll. And without them, I don't get to do that.
Do you take that time with your fans? Do you?
100%. We always go to the merch table after the well, we call it the bar, but it's the merch table. Our
you
TM,
call, hey, let's go to the bar, and everybody knows it's the merch
we'll
table?
See, yeah. And our TM does not want to hear me say this. He's always like, get your drinks off the merch table,
Oh, you go with your drinks?
Yeah, we go have drinks with the fans. They have drinks, we have drinks, we talk, we tell stories until usually the venue kicks us out, and it's like, time to go, and we're like, we're chatting here.
So unique.
And to finish off this kind of topic, it's like the athlete or the musician is really the ultimate fan because they took it as far as it could go, the like fandom of the thing, music or sport.
Actually getting engulfed into it.
Yeah, like you sacrificed your body, your time, you probably lost friendships and missed out on stuff just to be able to do this thing that you're now doing. And that's just, to me, is like the ultimate show of fandom for that thing.
And not taken for granted. I've never heard it expressed that way, and I love it. It really is. You started off as a music fan or a sports fan, and you decided, no, I'm not just going to be a fan of this. I want to be in it.
I am this.
I am this.
Yeah, you connect so strongly to it.
It's so deep, dude. I'm recoiling with like a joke, but that's a fantastic way to describe it. Let's talk hot sauce. Yeah. Everybody loves hot sauce.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about the Damn Truth Serum, and where that came from, what's up, where people can get it, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a partnership between the Damn Truth and Papa Cochon, which is a Montreal-based. He's actually in Chambly, but Montreal-based hot sauce maker. Montreal is an amazing hot sauce community. There's like a Hot Ones Quebec and everything. Yep. And he approached us, and David and I, the drummer, we love hot sauces. And as we travel, we like to try all the different sauces from all over the world, different peppers and stuff, and rate them, inside our own little world. And it was always a dream of ours.
Do you take like little notes? Do you have a journal or anything, or no?
No, but we're always like, oh, this one, remember that one? Like, could we get it again? And it's always like you never find it again.
No.
Your favorite ones are like mythical. They never existed, really.
Like the actual pepper itself, or are you talking about the hot sauce you've tried somewhere?
Both.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we're trying peppers. We're just talking about being in Italy.
Do you buy the hot sauces in these different places and grab them and take them with you, or no?
Yes, sometimes we do. Yeah.
What if you're in a really cool town, you get a football kit, from some third division German club? You can't buy it?
You can buy it. It's just, for me, I would probably have to throw away like a pair of boots or some clothes to make my suitcase lighter.
One in, one out kind of system?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if I'm going for a week or 6 weeks. My suitcase is packed to the gills. I like to have choices.
Okay, sorry. Back to I got.
Yeah, you can get it in like IGAs and grocery stores around town. You can get it from our merch store. You can get it at our shows, except not in arenas. You're not allowed to sell glass stuff in arenas.
Yeah,
you
whip
that makes sense. You get one in the face and you're like, oh, now I get it.
Boom! That's absolutely phenomenal stuff.
Matthew managed to hit the perfect balance between it being an actual spicy sauce, but not too spicy where the average person could actually enjoy it. Yeah. For the average person, it is spicy, but it is.
If you like hot sauce, well, that's
man.
it. And if you're buying bottled hot sauce and not like a
they say don't smoke your own supply. It's impossible. Like I can't handle having this bottle at home. It's gone in a week, man. It goes on everything.
Sure. Everything. Streaming. You being you were a big proponent of that and really sort of taking that.
That's right.
To a different, again, the world of online, just like our show. We're throwing stuff on YouTube all the time. I mean,
very strong community there.
Huge.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now in the streaming segment.
Yeah, for sure. So I got into it about a year or two ago. I myself was kind of getting tired of television and like the fake, like not live, not authentic stuff. So I really got into like, live stream on YouTube and Twitch and seeing people do something like now, where again anything could happen
at the exact moment.
At the exact moment, anything could happen. They're not like paid by anyone to like say stuff, and if they are, you can tell right away, and
really,
or they'll say it. And so I got really into it. Yeah, they have to say it. So I got into it, and then I decided, hey, I want to do this too. It's a good way to connect our communities, and especially for people who are far away, they can feel like they're right there with you. So I started with like a video game that I really love. It's like a simulation milsim game called Escape from Tarkov. Really cool. I grew up hunting and fishing, and they have a really nice like gun physics system, and cool. I thought it was really cool. And then that kind of got into where I started streaming like the band shows in Europe recently. So
on the same channel.
On the same channel,
yeah.
Cool. The channel, it's kind of funny. My name is like Low Resolution.
Is that the name?
Like Low Reso,
cool.
Yeah, like low resolution. Because I started back in the day. My computer, I built it, and my first monitor I actually found in the garbage at Best Buy, and I still have that monitor, man. Yeah, really? Like a Samsung monitor from like 15 years ago that still works. And I found it in the trash. Like it already had a life,
Yeah, it still works.
Knock on wood. So I built the whole channel around that. Like you don't need to have the best thing to
People forget that.
to jump into something. It's like football is amazing for that. You don't need anything.
You don't even need a proper football.
Exactly.
You need something to
get
kick.
a ball of rags and you can become like a superstar player, as many players have shown.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the whole mantra of the channel. It's like if you want to do something, just do it, no matter what. Like even if you have to find your parts in the garbage. So I started streaming the shows. I got like a preamp, so I get the front of house mix to my iPhone on a tripod, streaming to Twitch.
That's so cool.
And then when we have days off, we have like cool Airbnbs or hotels, and I'll do like cooking streams. So
it's really a one-stop shop for you and your ecosystem.
And my community, and it's crazy. Like
and
the
you
people
interacting
I've met
a lot?
this. Yeah, and you know what's crazy? We've started selling merch through my Twitch channel, like Damn Truth merch. People are like, I love
you're shipping,
you.
Or they're like, hey, we know you're coming into a town and they meet you. Yeah,
cool. They're like, oh my God, man, I just looked into your band. I saw you live, or I saw you cooking in Belgium. I looked up your band.
Down.
I ordered a shirt, and then I'll be like, Dave, throw in some hats and stuff for these guys. They're from Twitch. Give them a little extra.
That's so cool.
Super cool how the communities just come together
man.
So strongly, What I fell in love with at first, the streaming, is the community. People show up every day, and you never know, somebody might be going through a hard time. They might not have anybody in their lives, and then they come into your channel, and they feel like they're part of something. Yeah. And I've had a lot of people send me messages saying...
Is it a huge time suck?
It is. You have to be very consistent.
And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just mean...
It is a big time suck.
You've got to be very vested, because if you have somebody, like you said, coming in, connecting with you, and there's no response, then they're not coming back, right?
Exactly. And with touring and stuff, that's why I started doing while on the road, because in the beginning, I kind of kept it separate. Number one is because I was like a closet nerd, but now I'm a nerd.
Full blown.
I'm a nerd. I like sports and gaming and everything. I like everything. I'm really not fussy.
Why. I don't know why that exactly hits a category of nerdom. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the way I looked at it before, but now it's like I feel like it's connected me to so many people, and it's opened up the world in a way that's very positive. And so I'm really open about it, because I think it could also help a lot of other people, Yeah. And I get messages all the time saying, thank you so much for that stream today. I just lost my mother, and I've just got nobody else left in my life. So your channel and these other channels are where I spend my time after work, because it's hard to be alone in the quiet, Wow. Stuff like that hits hard, man.
Of sports music, just in general, if you can create that connection with your community, they'll support you all the way, all over the world, right?
That's right. And if I've always wanted to take everybody on the tour bus, but you can only fit so many people.
Well,
but now
with
this,
come with the phone.
I can take 250 people on the 7-person bus or whatever,
That's so cool. Listen, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We got to get to 12 questions now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we're doing 12 questions here with PY of the Damn Truth here on the first half. Question 1, what is your favorite film?
Ooh, favorite film. Oh my God, it's so hard. I will say Shawshank Redemption.
Number 2, what is your favorite song or band?
Jesus. I will say AC/DC, obviously. But song, I will go with... Girls got rhythm.
Number 3, favorite sports team.
Montreal Canadiens.
Number 4, favorite athlete, dead or alive.
Saku Koivu.
Number 5, what is your favorite food?
Jeez.
Hot sauce does not count as a food.
Favorite food? I'm going to go with sushi.
What is your favorite drink, alcoholic and non-alcoholic?
Okay, non-alcoholic. Does water count? Water doesn't count. It does? Okay.
Does.
Lately I've been, green tea, non-alcoholic. Green tea.
Okay.
I drink a lot of green tea every day. I just recently got off coffee, so. Alcoholic.
That's crazy talk.
I would say probably beer from Germany or Belgium.
Sounds good.
I don't remember the names because they're like as long as my arm.
Yeah. Number 7, what would be one thing you would buy if you won the lottery?
Toyota 4Runner, jacked up, everything, all the whole kit.
I
the whole
can see
kit.
you totally raised the whole thing. Yeah,
everything.
Number 8, dream trip.
I would like to visit Japan and go to like on a culinary experience, like to like little holes in the wall and stuff, not like touristy shit.
No.
And I wanted to go to the guy who's been there for 100 years. You know?
Yeah, and there's some amazing spots. I've seen them online too. There's
I
some
want that.
beautiful little corridors.
Yeah.
Number 9, how do you deal with stress?
I recently just quit coffee and I quit smoking, so that helped a lot. But mostly breathing. You know, my wife is an art therapist, so she's also showed me a lot of like stress relieving techniques. But I say breathing.
Very nice. A little after hours, after dark. Pajamas or no pajamas is the question. Number 10.
Boxers.
Boxers. Okay. Number 11. What is your favorite fashion brand at the moment?
Helly Hansen.
Number 12. Name one thing you could not live without.
Thing. Okay. Should I just be stupid and say oxygen?
No, that's a fantastic answer, dude.
It's a pretty good one, right?
Yeah, it's a great answer.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. And 12.1, we slipped this in. One word to describe football. So football is? It's
I know.
It's live on air, man.
Available.
Available is good to go.
It's not the word I wanted, but it's like available to everyone. What's that word?
It's okay. We'll go with available.
Available, yeah.
You don't have to. There's no wrong answer.
Yeah, it's for everyone.
For everyone. I love it. That was 12 questions here on the first half on TSN 690. PY, thank you. And
thank you.
Good luck the next couple of months, but we'll stay in touch and wish you all the best. We're going to do a commercial break. We'll come back right after this.